I told you guys I would come on and do a live. So many of you liked my eyeshadow video yesterday, but I told you I'd slow it down, so that's what I'm gonna do. Easy, simple eyeshadow, anyone can do. You're gonna wanna save this video to come back to. And I wanna know if you're gonna try this after I show you. So say hi, tell me what you're up to. Happy Thursday. And let's get started, okay? So yesterday I posted a video that showed you the easiest eyeshadow. So if you are getting older, you're giving up on eyeshadow, this video is for you because I promise you it is foul proof. Like, you are not going to be able to mess this up because it's all about tools, it's all about blending, and I'm gonna teach you it very easily, okay? So if you are someone who is scared of eyeshadow, like I said, save this video. Okay, the palette I used yesterday is this one right here. This is from Monat. I love this palette. If you are looking for something all in one, first of all, the size of it is awesome, good stocking stuffer, but like you've got a good mix of mattes and shimmers. So if you are starting with eyeshadow, no matter what you're using, you wanna look for a couple of things. You wanna look for a pigmented eyeshadow. You wanna look for something that, if you are using a shimmer, it's a micro shimmer, so see how that's not super, super glittery? We don't want that. We want it to be very light when we blend it out. You wanna have a mix of shimmers, lights, and darks, okay? What I love about this palette, because a lot of you have been asking me for a clean, plant-based makeup product, this is for you. No talc, nothing in this, okay? So if you're looking for something very clean, there you go, I've got you, okay? You can use anything though. With this method that I'm gonna teach you, you can use this with colors, you can use it with neutrals. So whatever your preference is, you just need a dark color, a medium color, a light color, and a shimmer. So 4 colors, okay? If you want to make it even simpler, you could do a dark color, a medium color, and a shimmer. Totally up to you. That's what I'm gonna show you. Okay, so where did I put it? All right. Next thing, you don't have to be this makeup expert, okay, to get this look. You just need some Scotch tape, okay? This is what I'm using. This is not gonna pull your makeup off. Yeah, Monat does makeup, isn't that crazy? And it's all plant-based, it is all clean. And they have some really cool like eyeshadow, like a liquid eyeshadow that just came out. Their illuminator's beautiful, great mascara. They have a lot of good ones. I need to show more of them because I think they have some really good stuff. Okay. Scotch tape. A lot of you are concerned this would take your makeup off. If you're concerned about that, like I haven't had a problem, but I'm always just like, if it's something that concerns you, you can then just like, don't do your under eyes yet. Just do your eyeshadow first. No, they're actually, they have makeup and hair products, Monat does. So yeah, Jennifer, I agree. Monat's makeup is great. It's like kind of a hidden secret, I feel like. I feel like I need to talk about it more. I love their hair stuff. That's what I use. I was actually looking at my hair today and it's crazy how it like filled it all in with hair loss. But okay, that's another time. So I'm gonna tear off about this much tape. Okay, if you are worried about it being too sticky, just take your finger, just kind of make it less sticky. To me, I just would touch up anything that came off. Okay, so I'm gonna start on this eye. It's the same thing on both eyes. It doesn't really matter. But what you wanna do is where you place the tape, you wanna place it right on the edge of this eye, okay? So everyone's eye shape is different, right? I'm doing makeup on me. Your eye is different. Hi, Anna from Sweden. So you're gonna wanna find that here's the bottom of your eye, right? It goes up like this. Everyone's eye does, maybe in a little bit different way, but you're going to place the tape from the edge of your eye up towards the tail of your brow, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm so jealous, Allison. Okay, so underneath the lash and up. Now they make professional makeup for like makeup tape. You guys don't need to go get that. This works just as well. Why did I place that there? I placed that there for a boundary. Biggest thing people do, and I already have makeup on it from my hand, sorry. Okay, biggest thing people do is when they're applying their eyeshadow, we have our hand and our hand naturally droops down. And so what does that do? It brings the eyeshadow down, which makes your eye look more droopy. Hello, you guys, thanks for joining. Okay, so we wanna be really careful with that. So creating a boundary right here is just gonna make it so you don't have a droopy eye when we're done, okay? Next thing you need, a shader brush. See how this is like a pencil brush? Looks like this. This is the BK Beauty 207. Saint has one that looks like, where is it? Looks like this, and it's a double-sided one, so you can do that, okay? Really up to you. Now, if you have hooded eyes, I want you to pay attention to the size of the tools that you're using. Please size down if you have a hooded eye. Okay? The reason being is you don't have a lot of real estate on the lid. So if you're using a bigger tool, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna be able to get into where you need to do. Yes, these live videos are always saved on my page. Make sure you're tuning into the live videos. If some of my other videos are faster and they're too much for you, I always do a live video to make sure you understand the technique that I'm teaching. So yes, I always save these on my page. I also upload them to my YouTube channel. So if you like YouTube better and you want to be able to pause it, I am Lauren L. Hale on YouTube. You can find me there too. Hi from Idaho, and Idaho sister. I love that. Okay, so we need a small pencil brush. And then if you are a very beginner, I would suggest 2 fluffy brushes. I brought these because I wanted you to see if you have hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, this is too big for you. You want to reach for something smaller, easier to get into, okay? If you're having a hard time with eyeshadow, you have hooded eyes, your tools are going to change everything for you. BK Beauty has a hooded eye set that is amazing. So if you're looking for just an all-in-one set of eye brushes, I have a code for that. Check that out in the link in my bio. Swear by those, okay? And these are, I believe this is actually one from the set. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna do a very neutral look. I'm gonna do the same look I did before, okay? And I'm gonna start, so you can see this palette, right? You can see I have a dark, I have a medium, and I have a light, and I have a shimmer. Those are the 4 I'm gonna use. Dark, medium, light, shimmer, okay? We wanna always keep, I had this question yesterday, it was a great question. If you have smaller lids, more mature lids, hooded eyes, where do I put the dark color? We want to keep the dark color out here. The reason being is dark is going to recede. If you're hollowing here and you're bringing in a dark color, it's going to pull back the eye. We don't want to do that, right? We want to make this part look like it's a little more push forward. We want to lift, we want to give dimension, and so we want to keep that darker color on the outer corner. Then we're going to go in with a medium color, light, like I said, and a shimmer. So that's kind of the placement. So I've already got it placed right where I want. And I'm gonna go in with this darker color. So this one is, I don't even know if it tells me the colors. It probably did, but I bet I threw away. So I don't know what color that is. Okay, so all I did, stamp it into the eyeshadow. Okay, I am gonna hold this just a little bit tight. You can close your eyes, but if you have hooded eyes, you wanna be coming above this natural crease. That was not the right word, crease. Do you ever just like say something, sometimes your brain just like kind of just forgets what you're trying to say and you say some weird word? That just is what happened. Okay, so you're just gonna kind of hold up on the tape, and here's my natural crease, so I'm gonna go above that. So I'm kind of gonna mark where I wanna go first, and you're gonna have texture on the eye, it's okay. And you're gonna bring it down like that. If you go thicker than that, it's okay, because we're gonna blend it out, okay? So sometimes I'll even take my pencil brush and just kind of like push on top a little bit more, just to make sure I have it exactly where I want. So that's your first color. We can do this, Okay, next, we're gonna go to this color right here. So see, I'm still in the brown tones, but I'm going lighter. I could even go lighter than this, okay? But this palette doesn't have something that much lighter. Okay, so here's my dark. Now I'm gonna go right next to it. I already know how high I wanna place it, right? Because I'm gonna use this as a marker, and I'm gonna come right here, and I'm just gonna pull that down. And I hope you can see I have texture on my eyelids. But what I love about this is it's gonna really place the color darker and more pigmented because it's a denser brush. We're gonna blend it out with a fluffy brush, which is gonna make it look less heavy. Okay, so it's all about tools. I'm just kind of taking my hand, by the way, and just rubbing off any excess product before I go into the next one. So if you're wondering how I'm getting product off, that's all I'm doing. Now I'm gonna go into this lighter shade right here. This one has a, I would say it's pretty matte. I would look for a pretty matte shade. Looks like that, okay? And then wherever I haven't placed anything else, I'm just gonna place that right there. So I've got my 3 colors, okay? Now the blending brushes come into play. If you are a new at makeup, please have 2 brushes, okay? Because you want one that's gonna touch all the product, one that's gonna have nothing on it, because we're gonna use that after we get this blended out to really kind of just make it look seamless. If you've ever noticed when you're using different colors of eyeshadow, and you're not, it looks kind of patchy, right? It looks like you've got segments of the colors you've used. Take a brush with nothing on it and blend at the very end. It's like a little secret that not a lot of people talk about, but it makes a huge difference. Okay. So I still have my tape on because when I blend, our hand naturally tends to droop down, okay? So this is gonna create a border, so don't worry about how messy you are. So I'm just gonna kind of tap this where I want it. You can close your eyes for this because you already have the product on. And I'm just gonna start. Now this one is not a very big blending brush, right? So I'm just kind of tapping it. I'm not really worrying too much about what I'm doing here, but the majority of my darker products, I'm gonna keep on the outer corner. And then whatever's on my brush, I'm gonna bring into the inner corner. So you still have a little bit of the darkness, but you're not bringing it so far in. Hooded eyes, I'm talking all about hooded eyes. Make sure you're listening because I'm talking about that. So with hooded eyes, you do the exact same things that I'm talking about. You wanna use smaller tools. You wanna make sure you're bringing it above the crease. This works for you, okay? If you need to go back and rewatch what I just showed you, I showed you tons of tips for hooded eyes. Okay, now I'm going in with, this is the bigger brush, okay? This one is bigger, so this has nothing on it. So now I'm gonna go back over to what I just blended. Look how that's blending that out, see? Just like this, this brush is key. Nothing on it makes a huge difference. Now, here's another trick for you, okay? I didn't do this in the video, but if you have a hard time, you're like, this is not blending, you're getting a little nervous, go back in to your medium color, the one we used second, and just tap a tiny amount on there, okay? Tiny. You can even tap it off onto your hand. Go back on top and smooth it all out. This will make it look just so much more blended and flawless. See that? Now, if you have hooded eyes, see how high up I am? Here's my normal crease. I'm up here. I'm up here because if you don't have a crease or you have a hooded eye and you can't see the crease, you're gonna have an open eye because this is gonna be a lot higher. Huge, huge thing. If you're not coming above the crease with hooded eyes, you're never gonna see your eyeshadow color. Okay, see that? So easy, right? 2 brushes for blending and a pencil brush, and you've got a beautiful eye. Okay, here's the last part. Someone asked me yesterday why I take my finger, I'm gonna get a little closer, why I take my finger and use it for the shimmer. Like, why do I not use a brush? You can use a brush, but you wanna use a flatter brush. I personally I have texture on my eyelids. Like, look, see the texture? I have texture on my eyelids. I'm almost 44, I'll be 44 in 2 months. Okay, I've got texture. It is normal. Normal. Unless you're watching someone with a filter, you're not gonna see texture. If you are looking at normal skin, if you're looking at as someone right next to you, you're gonna have texture, especially if you're more mature, okay? So I don't like to fight that. So I like to use my finger to push it onto the lid, because if I do that, 1, I'll have less fallout, but 2, pressing shimmer onto the lid gives a smoother look than using a brush. Brushes can cause skipping, especially if you have a lot of texture. If you're older, you're gonna have more texture. It's just a great thing. Okay, let me show you one more tip. I'm showing you lots of tips that I didn't show in my video. Okay, so I'm using this color right here. See that one? It's like that. Okay, let me show you something. If you're like, my eyeshadow's not staying on all day, take some setting spray. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, and spray it onto, where's my I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Spray it onto your hand. Okay. Yeah, I use eyeliner, but you could use shadow. And I'm gonna press. This is gonna help with fallout. It's also gonna keep it on all day long. Okay? See how that's going on flawlessly? Look at that. So pretty. Okay, now we're gonna take this off. Let's take off your tape as I rip my hair. Whoops, okay. Now, this looks funky, right? So here's what we're gonna do next. Take a little concealer. This is just a concealer stick, and I'm just gonna go right underneath, okay? And I'm gonna go in, where's my brush? This is just my corrector brush that I use for my under eyes, and I'm gonna soften that line with the concealer and bring that up towards my temple. Okay? I want to have that lifted look, so cleaning up this edge of my eye is gonna give you even more of a lifted look. See that? Okay, if you feel like this is too harsh, you can even go over again. This one has a little concealer on it, so just gonna kind of blend it all out. So easy. Okay, let me answer some questions. Do I use eyeliner? Yes. You can use shadow too, so it is really up to you on what you want to do. I'm going to use an eyeliner. I'm going to show you which one I'll use in here in just a minute. Do you recommend a specific eyeshadow color for brown eyes, or does it not matter? You know what? I have, I think that on, I think on brown eyes, I personally love like the deep reds and burgundies. I love coppers. I love purples are pretty too. But really play with it. Like it really, to me, comes down to what do you love? What do you feel the most beautiful in? What do you feel comfortable in? You might not feel comfortable in a burgundy eye, even though it may look really pretty. You may not feel comfortable. So always choose what makes you feel the most comfortable. For me, neutrals all the way. I always pick neutrals. I feel more comfortable. I look good in oranges, but I don't always grab for those. Okay. Hi, Shannon. Okay. All right. Let's do eyeliner. So, okay, hooded eye trick for you again. Okay, if you have hooded eyes, using a smaller liner is also going to be your best friend. Okay, if you have hooded eyes, you don't have the real estate on the lids, so you can go in between the lashes. I like to just hold up. I'm not tight lining. I'm not on that. See that white part right here? That's tight lining. I wouldn't do that. A lot of you wouldn't either, because I've done a video where you guys don't like that. So what you can do is right between the lashes right here is just color it in with a gel eyeliner. Gel eyeliner is not going to move. Or this one is great. This is by Lawless. It's a liquid, but what I love about it, see how the tip is just really fine? This would be really easy to work with. So what you can do is hold it like this, and I just kind of like press it right at the lash line like that. It's just giving me a little dimension. You can then come right at the outer corner and create this extra eyelash, just like that. And I just like to bring that up right in that corner. And make sure that you have it kind of, you know, like here's where our top lid and your bottom lid, just make sure you're right there. Then you can just swoop it up. And you can make that as long or as short as you want. That's the simplest eyeliner you can ever do. It's so easy that way. Okay, then I would just add a little. I already have mascara on because I was filming before I did this video, but I would just add a little bit more like that. Little to the outer corner. And that is a great trick too, is if you aren't really good at eyeliner and you feel like you messed up, if you just put a little bit of mascara on the outer corners even more, it just kind of hides anything that you might have done, okay? So you can also take that smudge brush with like whatever's on it and just kind of run it underneath, and that'll kind of like smudge it out and it's more forgiving. So that's just another tip too. And then last tip I want to give you, you can take a concealer and like a small brush like this, and I just like, sorry, didn't think you can see that. Put it on there, and then I'm gonna go right from about the arch of the brow out. And that, you can just use your finger, is gonna raise and lift the eye. Isn't that fun? So easy, you guys, so easy. So I hope that that was helpful. I hope that you're gonna go try this. And if you've given up on eyeshadow, I hope that this makes you kind of excited to try a different way so that you're like excited about makeup again. Because that's what I love about teaching these tricks, is that it hopefully makes you excited to try makeup again. That's what it should be. Like as we get older, like we've given up sometimes on makeup. Our skin has changes, our texture, we have all these things. So we give up. So hopefully these easy techniques that I'm teaching you make it fun again. And that's what it's all about for me too. So, all right, you guys, that was quick. That was easy. I hope you have the best day ever. Leave me a comment when I post this and let me know if you'll be trying this. And then I'll also, if you want to comment eyes, actually, I already gave all these before on my other video. Don't comment eyes. If you go to the video I did that was fast and you want the products that I used, you can comment eyes on my other video. It's a lot quicker and it will automatically send it to you. So hopefully I didn't just confuse you on that. But thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this was helpful and I will talk to you soon. Bye.